Live from the rock and roll capital. It's time for a show that'll open your eyes and your ears. You don't need to worry about health insurance here.
Rest your lips, put down the image. Go ahead.
It's time for Band-Aid. With your host, Doc Rock.
Whoa! Yeah! Thank you, and a worldwide welcome to Band-Aid with Doc Rock. I am Doc Rock, your rocktologist, and we are live in living color podcasting from the rock and roll capital of Cleveland, Ohio. Well, Band-Aid is a global and interactive weekly forum designed to help bands get better. You know, these are indeed tough times, so we're here to tackle music industry challenges. And I'd like to say thank you for spreading the word and for friending us and linking us on your sites. You know, we've been continuing to grow in viewership with every single show. It amazes me because there's so many people out there so interested in getting to this subject matter and really trying to advance your careers. Thank you. I am so pleased with this, and I'll keep going as long as you'll keep driving me. You know, but it's really your show and all about supporting your success. So I'm just here to work for you. So put me to work. You know, you can always catch our archive shows at bandaidwithdocrock.com. You know, this website also offers a large assortment of music industry related links that are listed on our sitemap, well, as helpful resource links. You know, of course, we always invite your suggestions for adding additional music industry resource links. There's so many of them out there. There's more coming up each day, and I want to be sure that we can get as much together to help you as possible. So we invite your suggestions. Okay, you'll also find a page on this site listed as Recovery Room Interview Application. If your entire band's going to be around Cleveland and you just want to be interviewed live in a recovery room, well, all you got to do is complete the short little application and submit it to our artist relations staff for their review and scheduling. Love to have you here. On your screen throughout the show tonight, you will see our email address. It's simply show@bandaidwithdocrock.com. Please use it, and I mean use it during the show and anytime you can. Just email me for future show topics that you're interested in, that I can research for you, you know, and even suggestions. Again, I'm working for you. Teach me how to be better. When you share your ideas, it helps every one of our viewers. Hey, we are all in this rock together. Our talented production team is in the house tonight. We got the wizards flying around out here somewhere. And, of course, Social Racket. Wow, those Social Racketeers have been here doing a great thing, and I appreciate them. Jared Hawley from the Invasion Agency. Man, you are the greatest. And, of course, the guy that puts it all together, the big man, the incredible Flying V. Man, he works his butt off to make this show happen. I couldn't do this without my production team. Thanks to them. Okay. Doc's blood pressure has really been elevated this week. And here's the reason why. I have recently come across some real horror stories about equipment loss from theft. And what bigger horror story is that to a professional musician? So what would you do if your gear was stolen? If you're a busy touring band, then this could be your worst nightmare. Nobody ever expects this to happen, and most are smart enough to, one, never put the band name or info on your trailer or truck, obviously. Two, save purchase receipts from all of your gear to validate ownership and, of course, the price paid. And three, to put your initials or an ID in a discreet place, and I say a discreet place where it can't be defaced on your gear. You know, few, however, secure the appropriate insurance. You cannot assume that your gear is covered by your homeowner's policy because once it leaves your home, it is not insured as homeowner contents. It is something that you use professionally, you know, and your auto insurance will not cover it. So it's really important that you really check out your insurance coverage. You can easily get additional coverage for a reasonable rate. You know, those who are in musicians unions, they offer it. That's one of the advantages of joining a union. You know, this is vital for each member in a touring or gigging band, that the individuals insure their respective gear. You know, this show has covered this topic in great depth with industry expert Michael Davis, and it can be found in our 2010 archives. Just go back into Band-Aid with with DocRock.com. Click on the archives. There's over a year's worth of topics and information and great interviews. But look up Michael Davis and listen to what he says in depth about insurance. That's why we do this. This is why reviewing our archives offers a wealth of topical information for you. So, I hate hearing these horror stories about a lot, when the economy's down, crime goes up. It is a reality. So what we want to make sure of is that you are properly covered. You worked hard for that gear, and that gear makes you money. Be sure it is covered. It is too late once it is gone. Bands need to be smart about their business affairs. Word up from your doc. Okay. Open wide and get ready for Doc's weekly prescription.
Say ah!
Yeah. So here's something that every band must do and takes little to no time, yet can save you lots of loss and future problems. Once you load out your gear, do a thorough walkthrough of the stage and storage areas to ensure that nothing got left behind. Doesn't that sound pretty 101, pretty elementary? You'd be surprised how many bands have had a few beers after a show and forgot to go back and check it out, all right? It's really important that you have a reliable flashlight. You go back there and you do a thorough walkthrough. You especially want to watch for cables, mics, and all kind of small hardware, guitar straps, pedals, things of that sort that are just very easily left behind in the shadows. Sometimes it's better to have multiple band members perform this important task. Everybody should have additional eyes to do this, because especially once you're out of town, that stuff's left behind. Other bands are going to take it. The house is going to get rid of it. You aren't getting it back. So it's just something very, very small to do, but make that a regiment every time you play a live gig. I expect you to do that. Just a little reminder as a prescription from your doc. So bands, swallow this very wise prescription and get better. All right, now it's time for the weekly band injections. First of all, I always start out this section by thanking my incredible friend and inspiration, mega guitar tech guru Mark Race, who was on this show months and months ago. He's the tech of the biggest names in the industry. And he has a guitar giveaway project called Our Sacrifice that supports 5 veterans organizations that's getting some incredible donated autographed premium quality guitars, and even now some amps from some of the biggest names in the industry. Everybody should join me because I donate in supporting this most important patriotic cause. All you got to do is visit OurSacrifice.org. That's OurSacrifice.org. You're going to learn more. It's real simple. All it is buying a raffle ticket, goes into the hat, and if your name is drawn, what you're going to win is incredible. And and if you don't win, guess what? Your name stays in the drum. It's not eliminated. So for a simple little investment, everybody should be doing this to support the cause. I think he's a great guy for doing what he's doing, and this is what it's all about, giving back of your talents. Okay. Flying high and in pop electronic orbit from Saugus, Massachusetts, you can catch the glow of the band Hailey, It Happens. This duo, consisting of Chris Cleary on vocals and Bobby DeBarry on piano, keys, and programming, have been creating tunes together in this galaxy since age 14. They've posted some well-defined bios and some pretty impressive testimonials, some very respectable critics. They're not big image drivers, so you can only find, one modest promotional photo just set against a star background. Okay, it's all right. Chris and Bobby are not glam dudes, nor appear to be dynamic live entertainers. This is one powerful, powerful recording band. I could not find an online store or any merch either. Too bad, because I'd have probably liked to have bought a shirt from Hailey, It Happens. They probably, with their creativity, what they could design. There are just 2 videos posted. The first blog is called Blog, and it's just Chris pitching the projects of the day, including an art contest for their single cover art. It's pretty cool. Bobby then continues the modest pitch right there from his kitchen. That's right, great set from his kitchen. So again, these are not glam dudes, but that's okay. They're simple, no-nonsense, straight-up dudes who are all about the music. The second video is called Frequency, and I kept trying to get it to load and play on pure volume, and it just wouldn't do it. Oh well. But Hailey, It Happens has 2 albums available. The first is entitled Everything for You, and they did it in 2009. It was a great success. The second is their latest. and it is called Aurora. You know, it's offering 8 stellar tracks. You simply cannot listen to one track by this amazing duo. You know, they have no future tours were posted, but I'm certain that, you know, something's got to be in the works with an album of this quality. Aurora is impressive. You know, you can just feel the pop beat as you listen to this band, and I want you to do that right now. Feel the pop beat as you listen to the Space Jam, and the song is called I Gave Her My Heart, She Gave Me a Pen. By Hailey, It Happens. Listen to this. Yeah! I gave her my heart, she gave me a pen. By Hailey, It Happens. You know, Wow, listen to that stuff. Absolutely great. You know, that tune is out of this world and really sets the tone for so many of the tasteful tunes by Hailey It Happens. Chris's melodic vocals and impressive range and clarity really deliver his love and his heartbreak-based lyrics. You know, there's emotion, there's sincerity in every song, you know, which is a challenge for the electronic pop genre. But Bobby's crisp counterpoint piano and programming are brilliant and really illuminate each song with a genuine and non-intrusive passion. You know, you're drawn into the music and you're just not assaulted by it. That's what I think is really cool. Every song has a diversity in theme and composition, yet are bound by a musical sensitivity where effects are used very sparingly. You know, they clearly have the listener at heart and not their egos. There is no ego in Hailey It Happens. Aurora is an epic album. So on a scale of 1 to 5 on the Band-Aid musical scale known as BAMS, I fire my phaser at Hailey It Happens with 1 BAMS for a minimal duet who are aligned and really balanced in the pop genre. And another BAMS for 2 talents who have been focused upon their art since age 14. You know, again, they have no egos, but their music is the message, and it sure delivers the sun, the moon, and the stars. And of course, another BAMS for some diverse and impressive compositions and lyrics that deliver maximum pop with minimal electronica and a total comfort and ease along with that. I think it's great. And of course, another BAMS for some really great bios and web presence. They've got that down. They have dedicated fans who followed their light over many years for a reason. That's a total of 4 BAMS for the electronic and pop duo Hailey It Happens from Saugus, Massachusetts. So I want you to look to the stars and beyond the Milky Way, and there you will find Hailey It Happens. This celestial duo will never be eclipsed if they stay the path. Doc props to you. All right, well, the injections continue with some of these bands. Okay. What rhymes with okay? L.A. Leave it to L.A. to blow minds by smashing a truly alternative prog rock quintet named The Body Rampant. Don't expect to find out all about them because they don't have a dedicated website. They have no bios to be found. You know, who are these 5 mystery creatures who are dripping in blood and talent? I have no clue. Maybe that's the idea. I think it's awesome. The Body Rampant only posted 1 group photo with these incredible distorted heads that are really fantastic, you know, and it's labeled social image. You know, you can forget finding any merch so far, but I think more is going to be coming on the way knowing this band. I am certain that something's going to arise soon with their creativity. You know, they have 1 music video from their impressive tune called Sativa. The heads are in search of a lost brain and search the many streets and scenes of LA. These creative sequences alternate with the actual band playing the song live. You know, it's pure LA tongue-in-cheek horror fun. It's all from The Body Rampant. I think I understand what they're trying to convey. Oh well. But the music is great, and it's all about the music. They just dropped their very first album containing 6 great tracks. The album is entitled Transient Years, and the cover is a masterpiece of pop LA art-inspired fun. It's worth it for the cover alone. So hold on to your brain as we listen to the tune Artax, Please by The Body Rampant. Listen to this.
It's cold enough to make my
Artax, Please by the Body Rampant from LA. You know, great stuff from 5 wild guys. Did you see that picture? I love it. Really good stuff. You know, there are other tunes, Midwest Mistrust, Indica, Living in Spurts, you know, and this tune actually has an edgy rock, you know, just right on impact. It was so cool. Also, they have a tune called Simply Don't Argue, and it's an infectious power love ballad. This band is extremely versatile. The Body Rampant specialize in powerful core with direct punch, mixed with a little bit of social angst and messages. You know, their soulful vocals kill with an impressive range, and this talented band rattles brains with blazing raw guitars and some mighty drums. It is cool stuff. So, on a Band-Aid scale of 1 to 5, known as BAMs, my brain pounds and pulsates for the Body Rampant with ha! 1 BAMs for 5 driving rockers on a common mission and theme. I think it is cool. And ha! Another BAMs for a creative concept that somehow works, you know, for their consistency with the social images and the very, very witty personas. And of course, 1 BAMs for a brilliant first album with strong writing and graphics. You know, they take the risks to deliver a powerful music and social message, and I mean risk-taking. This is what pop art is all about. This is what rock is all about, is having fun and doing something creative, and boy, the Body is really rampant in LA. So, that's a total of 3 BAMs for the LA alternative progressive band, the Body Rampant. Well, the band has all the parts and all the brains to develop this creative concept into something really special because they have all the talent that is genuinely there to back it up. So grab your organ and limbs and check out this unique band. The Body Rampant is alive and growing. That's all the injections that I can handle for this week. I love the buzz. It's cool to discover and inject all of these creative and deserving upcoming national talents. And of course, we're looking for your weekly injections. All you got to do is send me a quick email at show@bandaidwithdocrock.com. Needle me with only the good and juicy dope about your band, and I'm going to check you out. All right. An experienced video producer's goal is to tell compelling stories that entertain and inform with power and conviction. Ted Zbozien works with the best because he knows what really matters to grab viewer attention via the fine art of dynamic music videos and effective trailers while keeping an eye on budgets and expenses, which is so important today. Discover what makes all the difference in ultra-creative video psychotherapy. That's right, video psychotherapy. Be prepared to learn from the master of Ted Zbozien after this short break. We're going to be right back in a minute. This is Band-Aid with Doc Rock. We're going to take a little break, BRB, and hang with me. See you in a few.
From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Cocaine Energy Supplement. Due to great consumer demand, Redux Beverages has officially announced the return of its world-famous Cocaine Energy Supplement. It's now available at retail locations across the country, as well as online at ReduxDirect.com. That's ReduxDirect.com. Don't forget to be part of the all-new Cocaine Energy Supplement social network, where you can meet other Cocaine Energy Supplement fans from around the world. Cocaine Energy Supplements. You can become a member. By logging on to lovecocaine.com.
You seem quite nice for a girl with good looks, and I'm the kind of fella that'll make you feel better when your life gets shook. So give it a chance according to your plans. I bet I'm not number 1 on your list to kiss, but please understand.
You seem quite shy, but you're oh so cute, and I'm the kind of girl that will only be yours if you'd ask me to. So just take a chance, try to hold my hand. I swear I'd never let go, just to let me know if you'd be my man. please. So we can stay together till hell starts to freeze.
You seem quite right for a boy like me.
And I wanna know, would you treat me well? Would you treat me like a queen?
'Cause I'd like to show you and make you see that although we're different types, we were meant to be. I really want to come out and tell you, oh darling, I love you so.
If you'd ask me for my heart, there's no way that I'll say no.
Oh darling, just take a chance, please.
So we can stay together till hell starts to freeze.
So I gotta ask you, I can't be afraid. I gotta take a chance at a love, so what do you say? Oh darling, I love you so.
If you'd ask me for my heart, there's no way that I'll say no.
Oh darling, just take a chance, please.
So we can stay together till hell starts to freeze.
Oh darling, I love you so.
If you'd ask me for my heart, there's no way that I'll say no.
Oh darling, just take a chance, please.
So we can stay together till hell starts to freeze.
You wanna turn from nothing to something, well, I think I've been there too. If you want the loving for everybody to have their eyes on you, and it's one thing to wish to be great, but it's another to expect it. Because you can't just talk about what you want, you gotta go out and get it. I won't waste my life away. So I'm not believing you if you think that all you'll ever do is lose. 'Cause if you fail, all you get is a bruise. It'll go away, so try again real soon. You always feel like you're losing. It's confusing how the people that don't deserve it win. Because you've always been taught that if you work real hard, you'll come out on top in the end. And it's one thing to try and then fail, but it's another to go get it. 'Cause all this time you've wondered why love was never by your side, but maybe that's 'cause you don't let it. I won't waste my life away. So I'm not believing you if you think that all you'll ever do is lose. 'Cause if you fail, all you get is a bruise. It'll go away, so try again real soon. I'll live each and every day to its fullest, 'cause I won't waste my life away. So I'm not believing you if you think that all you'll ever do is lose. 'Cause if you fail, all you get is a bruise. It'll go away, so try again real slow. I'm not believing you if you think that all you'll ever do is lose. 'Cause if you fail, all you get is a bruise. It'll go away, so try again real soon.
MorningShowCentral.com. Welcome to MorningShowCentral.com.
Gentlemen, I don't mean to seem rude.
Who said size matters? We're all family here.
People thought the same thing about TV dinners.
MorningShowCentral.com.
The tank is empty, I'll pull over now. I've been here before, I've done you tell me how it ends? I don't want this anymore. I've let my back get burned. I wasn't looking for something to cause such a mess so fast. Now I'm thinking all about the best and the worst times. Now I'm here to call you out once more. It's time to swallow down your words from before. And now you're left with a picture ripped and torn. So I don't have to see your face anymore. So won't you tell me how it ends? I don't want this anymore. I've let my back get burned. I wasn't looking for something to cause such a mess so fast. Now I'm thinking all about the best and the worst times. About the best and the worst times. Thinking all about the best and the worst times. You always want what you can't have. You're all about the chase and you don't understand. You always want what you can't have. You don't understand. You always want what you can't have. You're all about the chase and you don't understand. You always want what you can't have. So won't you tell me how it ends? I don't want this anymore. I've let my back get burned. I wasn't looking for something to cause such a mess so fast. Now I'm thinking all about the best and the worst times. You always want what you can't have. And you don't understand.
Spamming people on Facebook and Twitter is a great way to get ignored, blocked, unfriended. So cut through the clutter with Social Racket. Social Racket doesn't spam. They engage and interact with your fans, creating a unique social media presence for your business and becoming a part of people's lifestyles. Get started at facebook.com/social racket or call 330-524-6991. Social-racket.com. Building profitable social media business accounts.
Welcome back to Band Aid with Doc Rock. I'm Doc Rock, your rocktologist. Of course, we're live from the rock and roll capital of Cleveland, Ohio. You know, anywhere around here, all you have to do is say the name Ted Zbozien. Ted Zbozien, everybody goes, wow, okay? Yeah, he's a modest kind of a guy. He's right here with us. You know, 20 years of producing, directing, shooting, and editing. He's worked with some really great stars, superior videographer skills, superior editing skills. I can go page after page after page after page after page about all the great stuff you've done. Welcome to Band Aid, Ted Zbozien. How are you tonight, okay?
Great.
Good. You don't really look like a video psychotherapist. I mean, you know, you really, but you say you're a behind the cam kind of guy.
Absolutely.
Oh, how great to have you here. Well, you know, Ted, everybody wants to know, first of all, we just got to find out a little bit about your background. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Maple Heights.
Maple Heights, Ohio.
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. You're not a New York City transplant.
No, I've been kicking around all parts of Cleveland, east and west.
Have you really? So you've learned the city. That's really great. Now, you know, when did you decide to go, you know, into video and to really get into that? Because
Well, you know, I went to college and I was studying psychology and physics of all things.
see,
But,
okay.
really into psychology and all that. And I took some video production courses and like aced them like without even thinking about it.
well, it worked
And
kind of
I
in
thought,
conjunction with that. You
I
know.
thought, hey, this is kind of cool. Let's look into this.
Okay.
And then after I got out of school, some of the people I graduated with had a studio and stuff, and they gave me a call. They said, hey, you still into video? And I said, I guess. Let's check it out.
And it's before all this digital stuff really hit. I mean, that's
this
back in the,
was,
you know, the 16 millimeter days
dark
and all
ages.
that. By then. So you got there ahead of the rest of us. That is really cool. All right. So with all of this and all this talent and all this psychology, were you ever a musician, Ted?
Absolutely.
Really?
My first love is music. If I would have thought there was a future in it, I would have stuck to it.
Okay. What instrument?
Play guitar.
Okay.
Played forever. I grew up listening to Hendrix and soon as I heard that, I was like, man, how can I do that?
Yep, just turn the guitar upside down.
Tried it. Didn't quite make it, but
Okay.
I still play. I do a lot of electronic music, and
Great.
still.
I didn't even know that.
I turn
See,
out
I'm-
music for my videos and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, cool. That's cool. That you do all the original stuff. So, any musical inspirations today? If we get into your MP3s or CD collection, what are we going to find, Ted Zbozien?
Nowadays, let's see. I'm heavily into guitar, instrumental stuff. Steve Morse, people like that, Satriani, that kind of thing. John
Did you
McLaughlin.
like Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I saw
my
Stevie Ray
gosh.
right down the road here.
Did you really?
Absolutely.
Oh boy, well, he's a favorite of mine. That is really incredible. The Ted, a lot of people use the term loosely, and they say, video producer, and they throw it. What really is a video producer?
Well, I'll tell you, anybody can call themselves a video producer.
Hear it all the time, ad nauseum.
And a lot of times they know absolutely nothing, but they happen to be the person that's signing the checks. So I started from the ground up. I started shooting, cutting, everything, and then, eventually worked my way to the point where I was, producer, director, et cetera, et cetera.
So is the producer actually the guy who really the guy who's in charge of the project?
Yeah, realistically, the producer's the guy that has the vision to pull it all together.
Okay.
And he's the one that decides what the project is, what are the assets we can use, how we can use them.
Okay.
And, find the right director, the right talent, the right,
Kind of like a general contractor, basically, to the building trade.
Yeah, and we'll be the person that makes the final decision in all cases.
Understood that. Respect your producer. We talk about trailers all the time in the video world because people say music videos, and then now because things are getting shorter, they're talking about trailers. What could you really kind of define from your perspective what a trailer is?
Well, it's a pretty loose term. I have motion picture trailer is obviously the most common one. It's like a 2-minute tease for the movie to get you in the seat.
Sure.
For rock music or for any kind of music, whatever, rock bands and stuff, it's basically just a promo video. It's more than just like one straight music video. I think of it as kind of a quick glimpse into the wide range of what the band can do, what they're all about, what they really look like, what they want to express.
So it's a tease. It's kind of exactly what was done with the movies, but you just apply it to.
And you want the person that sees the trailer to want to see more.
Okay. So we're really with the types of trailers. I mean, Ted, you can use audios or still images, collages, video. I mean, there's really no rule with a trailer. Odds are, based on the trailers I think we've all seen, that it shouldn't just be one continuous, image or anything. It's fast edits are effective.
Yeah, absolutely, because you figure, I figure you've got 15, 20 seconds with the potential audience.
Okay.
If you can't grab them in the first 15 seconds, especially nowadays,
Yeah.
if you don't have something compelling right off the top, right away, they're going to tune out.
Right.
And then you have to follow it up with more and more and more and more. And then, like I said, leave them wanting more.
Sure.
So.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, you've brought along some great things, and we'd really like to show a couple of great things. I saw on the DVDs you're passing around the worst movie ever. What's this all about?
Well, it's a feature film I've been working on for a while. For years,
it's quite
actually.
A title.
It's kind of a compilation of stuff I've been doing for years with my video psychotherapy and such. And what I've done is taken a bunch of science fiction and horror movies and sliced and diced them into a feature-length kind of story, kind of crazy, over the top, insane, mashup of the story.
And we're watching this right now on the screen,
Oh, is it that?
Yeah. How cool is that?
There's an ungodly force out there.
We're going to watch this for a second. Look at this.
Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy.
The Earth is in danger. The Earth is in desperate danger. It's too late to run. We are the supreme race. We have the supreme weapons.
Those who are useless have to go. It's the only solution.
Every image is really I've seen this.
Creatures listening on Earth, you must surrender or die. The planet Earth will be destroyed.
20,000 dead.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Spaceman.
We'll gobble their brains raw.
Eat their brains.
Did you ever hear such a cock and bull story? Spacemen, spaceship.
Success.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations to you, Ted Zbozien. That is really something cool. You know, wow. How do you find, though, retro footage like that? I mean, is it in a film bank or?
No, I've been collecting. Those are all public domain films.
Okay,
so I've been collecting them for years as part of my video psychotherapy show. And so I've been,
Wow, that is really something.
Use for it.
What really comes to life about something like that is black and white. Because we've gotten so far away from black and white, and it has such a such a retro feel and such a I don't know something about it that just jars your attention. Yeah. Do you find that bouncing from color to black and white, again keeps the viewer's attention because the color contours change?
Yeah, it's great. It's tricky. You have to be careful how you use it, but it's great because it's fresh. It freshens up. All of a sudden it's black and white. Then you're back to color. So you're constantly, waking up the senses there and moving forward.
It happens there. I mean, you can't keep your eyes off that last piece because the worst movie ever just is, it's constant activity. We talk about the current attention span for, length of frames for different sequences. They say that there's a 3-second edit rule. Ted, is that true?
I have not heard that.
You've not heard that?
It was in the ancient days of film editing. It was a 7-second
okay.
rule, but now maybe that makes sense now.
Okay.
But it all depends on what you're doing, what the rhythm is. Sometimes you can do great shots that go on and on and on. But yeah, for something like a music video or a trailer, like I said, you want to, you got to keep moving.
Okay.
You gotta keep
you
moving.
said a very key word. I like the word rhythm. Okay, because that really is what it comes down to. Is there's a certain meter that's reflective of the material and reflective of the band,
right? And
you kind of pick that. So really cool stuff. Now you brought along something else, some other stuff we really want to share with you about the video psychotherapist work, the Asylum. Tell me more about Asylum.
The Asylum for Shut-ins.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah! It's it's a crazy show we did years ago. It's been 20 years.
Oh really?
It was on public access.
Okay.
And it was kind of a cult favorite. It became a viral video before the internet.
Okay.
It was showing up. I was getting letters from all over the country.
Really?
About this crazy video show featuring a mad puppet.
Oh no! Okay, yeah, I like it.
And it just kind of evolved between the sense of humor of myself and the puppet master himself, Jeff, my buddy who does the job.
So what we want to show is a trailer.
It's actually it's sort of a trailer. I built it as a sort of a promo, and it also serves as the title sequence for the show.
Okay,
so it tells everything you need to know about the show in a minute.
Okay, so let's say this 1 minute. Viewers, let's do this. When we roll this next video, I said, I want you, because we've never seen this, I've never seen this, you see if this actually grabs your attention and wants you to go further into entering the Asylum. Can we play this one? Let's play this one. The Asylum title sequence.
That's not it.
Uh-oh. This is not it. Oh, boy. Okay, well, we're going to try to find the Asylum title sequence. Okay, we're going to try to load that DVD for you because I think it's so important that we see a trailer that's really effective and we go into it. So we're going to come back to that in just 1 second. With trailers, what if a trailer is only 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds? Can they still be equally effective in length?
Yeah, it depends. You do want to show that there's enough there that you want to visit it. Okay. I mean, if it's just one small idea, then you're not going to get the feeling, well, there's going to be a lot there for me to chew on.
Okay.
It's just a one-trick pony and I'm done, you know.
So there's a basic minimum, maybe 30 seconds?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, you can do a commercial or whatever in 15 if you have one idea you want to hammer.
Okay.
But if you want to show a little depth and something more that, you know, you can hang with, I would think you'd have to go.
You started about a 30-second on that one. Okay, that'd be important. Hey, have we got the Asylum title sequence? Okay, we're going to try to get this DVD back up for you because knowing Ted Zbozien, this is going to be something pretty wild and good. And it's, you know, it's so important. The trailers, bands should not be afraid to do trailers. You know, that's one thing about it is because a lot of bands are wanting to do big music videos and they're, you know, they're heavy budgets and the whole bit and going, hey, they're going, we can't afford this. You can still get the job done via trailer. You don't have to do a full-length music video. And we'll show you some samples of that as well. But the trailers really work. Okay, so they're trying to get that queued up for us. We're going to move along a little bit about special effects. Ted, you know, what are some of the more impressive special effects from a videographer standpoint that just kind of work every time?
Well, a lot of it is in post, in the processing of the video. Because, you know, a lot of times you'll shoot like raw video of a band or whatever, and it just looks like raw video. You know, it looks like a home movie or something like that. But if you go in and you tweak with the colors and you add some textures and do some different things, you know, it can have like a kind of a big budget effect for no budget. Because, you know, obviously you don't have a lot of money to go shoot in big locations and stuff. Okay, so, you know, anything in terms of, you know, all these digital special effects today, you know, there's lots of things you can do with color keying and you know, what about the old fade-ins and fade-outs? Is that pretty much faded away because we're looking for faster? No, every tool in the bag, you know, everything is applicable. You can, you know, cuts. I'm kind of a cinema type of guy. I like sort of straight cuts, cinema style. But, you know, quick fades and, you know, dissolves, etc. Everything is up for grabs, whatever is appropriate at the time. Okay. Because, you know, really with a lot of people, you know, less is more when it comes to these productions and loading them onto YouTube, you know, with the massive amount of content. On YouTube, Stumble Upon, Dig, Funny or Die, Vimeo. I mean, there's so many outlets for trailers, including your band's dedicated websites, you know, and then your social networking pages on top of that. But again, a lot of people won't spend a whole lot of time in the download process, you know, for longer vids. So the shorter vids tend to get more plays. So it, you know, it works that way. As we're still trying to pull this up, you know, let's talk about format a little bit. You know, is high definition, HD, still the best format today for shooting anything? Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay. You don't see it being replaced by anything in the future? I mean, we've gone as far as we can. You know, I've dealt with so many formats. I started shooting 16mm film, you know, and then I was editing, you know, on one deck to another, you know, before computers. Just, you know, and then the new formats, then HD, and all my equipment, all my camera equipment is now obsolete. Oh my God! Well, the technology changed. I can imagine the garage sales at Ted Zbozien's place. Hey, we're back up with the Asylum thing, so let's roll the Asylum trailer. See if you want to go to the Asylum by watching this. Okay. This is really exciting.
Welcome to the Asylum for Shut-ins and another session of video psychotherapy.
Oh, really?
Follow me into darkness. I see deep into your psyche. You love the sickness, the torment, the horror. You're quite sick, my friend. I have the cure for your madness. Video psychotherapy.
What the blazes?
I am the doctor. I am the only one that can save you.
That is the Asylum. Yeah. Oh my gosh, for shut-ins. Wow.
On that one, the doc himself was shot. That's the doctor. He's the host. He was shot on 35mm film.
Really? Yeah. 35mm.
Yeah, looks really good.
Okay, very effective. I mean, very, very effective. Congratulations to you. Great stuff. But let's go back to this. If a band wants to, let's say, buy their own camera, if they said, well, let's do a whole lot of music trailers and all. Is there really, from your experience, any really better HD cameras, things of that sort in the market that are, down to a near consumer level?
I don't think so. I think the technology is so good that, and with the internet, virtually anything you shoot in HD is going to be just fine. Just fine for the internet. It's all about the editing and the output.
Is that really? Well, everything's post, obviously. I mean, it's just a matter of and something. Ted, how do you feel about shooting a lot of just B-roll? Because everybody, when you don't have producers who are wise enough to tell you to get some B-roll, everybody's out there shooting all the subject matter, and then when it comes down to post, and you need just those few seconds of B-roll. Can you explain what B-roll is to our viewers, please?
B-roll, originally was used in like news coverage for cutaways, between cuts. Like if you're shooting an interview and you want to cut within the interview, you want to show something else. So they literally had 2 rolls of film. One was A, one was B. That's where the name comes from. And so you got to have something to cut away. If you're looking at your subject all the time, it's just going to get boring. You got to cut away to something else. And if you're shooting like a rock band or something like that, it's going to be great to have crowd shots, crowd reacting, whatever, or if you're going to do something with a, thematic sort of feel, then, shots outside the studio, whatever, that would be sort of considered B-roll.
It's a big deal for bands with production, because if you're shooting a trailer with the intent of getting gigs, if you're shooting with the intent of getting gigs, you need those crowd shots. But bands, you need faces in the crowd, not backs of heads.
Right.
Faces. And that's the number one mistake I see bands making, Ted. People are shooting from the back of the club. And so the fans can be jumping around, but there's no real expression or reaction to the music. All you see are a bunch of bobbing silhouettes.
Yeah, well, you want to generate excitement.
Sure, sure.
Basically, that's all there is.
Do you find that in production, the human element generates excitement? In other words, when that camera is on people, their facial expressions and their energy just seems to flow through the camera and generate, that kind of excitement?
Yeah, it's easy to get people to perform nowadays. They're so used to cameras and that when you go into a crowd or whatever, and you just all you got to do is wave to somebody, you look at them, you put a camera on them, and they'll do something for you.
Absolutely. Well, and you've done so many different things. We actually want to show a little bit of a demo reel that he's done. They're loading the demo reel right now. We want to show you that in just a couple of seconds when we know that it's up and live. But pretty incredible, because you've done so many things over the years. What's one of the more challenging projects, Ted, that you had to do?
Well, I've done documentary projects. Did a couple hour-long documentaries for PBS, and that's tough going.
I can imagine.
To try to create a story that will carry you through for 42 minutes. And that's pretty tough. And then then it's white knuckle time, when I was actually on the road with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah, shot some footage for their Body Rot video.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
And that was.
And you're still live to talk about it.
Yeah,
Great.
That was a trip and a half, I'll tell you.
And I can imagine you worked with Drew Carey, I believe. You worked with a number of
did a commercial with
names.
Drew, and like I said, that was real nerve-wracking. You go in there and you're all tense. Is this going to work?
Yeah.
And he was just a laid-back, nice guy, and that all just went fine.
Really, just seems to be. It's just there's an old saying: cameras don't lie. You'll catch when somebody's nervous or something is wrong. It's going to show in the slightest way. And transferring musicians to it, it's really difficult. Well, let's take a look at some of the things you've done on the Ted Zbozien demo. It's only a couple of minutes, and
it's a good example of how to cram 20 years of material into 2 minutes.
20 years of this. My gosh. Well, it's great for you because, again, it's an effective trailer about what you do. And the important part about this for viewers is, again, a sales tool.
Yeah.
That's what
it's all about.
It's what it really is effective doing. You get so many bands, they're still trying to load this, so many bands who just shoot, some band members going down the streets and wandering around town or whatever. It doesn't sell anything.
I hate to say it, but the band is the product.
Right.
The song is the product.
Right.
And you have to serve that. You can serve some, esoteric vision or some crazy video art thing or whatever, which is fine for a different venue. But for music videos or trailers or whatever, you're all about selling, putting your best face forward.
Right.
And, getting somebody excited to see more. Once again. It's all about seeing more.
It would be, if a band is going to, to attempt to edit and do some of their own post, You know, is it just, you know, is it Pro Tools would be the best thing for them to learn? You know, getting a Mac, is it?
Yeah, Final Cut. You know,
Final
Cut is a tremendous program. I've been using it for years. It's just great.
Is that really the industry standard pretty much
nowadays? You know, it used to be Avid and such was for years, and now it's Final Cut.
Okay.
You know, is one of them, you know.
Okay, well, we're going to try to roll this right now and see if this is the Ted Zbozien demo of 20 years worth of stuff. Let's see if we can get this to roll. Try it.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's an Amy shot.
Wait a minute.
Did I mention? Vote yes, vote yes.
Save that one.
Playing together, working together.
Always honest and ethical.
Days.
So the possibilities are endless. I can see it now.
Half of our whole life is spent in the nighttime. It's kind of nice to know what's going on out there, not just have a complete mystery.
This technology made that possible.
Wonderful. I love the geometry, the geometrics, you know, the window of the window, the screen of the screen.
You know what I'm saying?
The screen effect.
It certainly will not be your typical night at the ballet.
Congratulations. That is one impressive piece. Thank you. I'll hire you in a minute.
Okay, good. That's what it's for.
That is fantastic. You know, Ted, is it, you know, what are really some of the benefits for bands who are working to producers? A lot of bands say, well, we can do our own stuff.
Well, you know, what happens is often they'll kind of fall in love with their own idea or their own image or their own, and a producer really has to come in with an objective eye and look at what do these guys really have to sell. You know, what is their best point? You know, how can I make them shine? You know, what can I do for them to make them look as good as they can look?
Okay. And
sometimes you know, you have to tell them things they don't want to hear. You know, like, hey, no, don't do this. You know, or no, it's too much of that or whatever. But that's what the producer's all about.
Sure, and the producer is obviously the professional, and it's a lot like working with a music producer in the studio.
Absolutely.
You know, many times, you know, today a lot of people are trying to cut budgets, and they're trying to cut out producers, and it's like shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Because you go through this creative project, and you think you've got the right creative vision, but you're missing it.
You got to have an objective person out there, a professional that really knows what they're doing, what they're looking for to make you look good.
There's always, you know, there's an old adage in any form of business: surround yourself with pros. Get pros in every aspect of your business, and they pay for themselves 10 times over. You know, it's better paying a little bit more to have a professional on the front end than doing it twice on the back end. You know, not being happy with the product. So I think that's very wise advice. If a client comes to you or any producer and says, we've got an idea, we want to do a trailer or a music video, the first thing you do you really, you know, do you storyboard it? Do you go put them into a working script? You know, what really is, how do you try to get the idea communicated from them for clarity?
Yeah, every project's different, you know, but, you know, if you want to do something like that, say a band comes to you and they want to do like a story video or something that has, you know, more than just the band playing or whatever. Yeah, you sit down, you hammer it out, you brainstorm, and then you think about it. You come up with the most effective way to do it, cost-effective way, and throw out the crazy, ridiculous expenses that aren't going to pay off on the screen.
Sure.
And then then you come back to them with what your vision of it is, and then you continue to hammer it out every step of the way, on every shot, on every edit. You continually are flexible because no matter what you shoot, when it comes down to it, in the edit, you produce the best product you can produce.
It is much like the recording process. It takes probably longer to create a 3-minute piece. Bands say that we'll go in the studio, we'll knock out a 3-minute tune, and we'll do it in 6 hours, a handful of takes. with all that you have to do, almost nearly frame by frame in the video process to get the right product, you better be a little more patient.
It takes tremendous patience.
Right.
You can sit there for a week on a 30-second sequence.
Well, let's move into music videos a little bit, Ted Zbozien. I'm thrilled to have you here on Bandy with Doc Rock, but let's look at an example of a really effective music video. There's one that you brought along called Monster Baby.
Monster Baby.
Monster Baby. Why don't you set this up for us a little bit?
Well, it's a local band called Slick Flux.
Okay.
Remember the L's. Slick Flux. And I did a video for them before, straight ahead kind of concert video, and that was cool. But I really wanted to capture their kind of wacky energy. They have a real high energy, kind of crazy, kind of punkish, hard rockish, interesting sort of mix. Yeah,
love it.
And I picked out the song. I listened to we did a video for the song they wanted, and I listened to their album, and I said, "Wow, this one here, this is your hit."
But you could hear the song that just transfers on a video in your mind.
It fit exactly into my mode.
Okay.
So I used a bunch of stock footage. I incorporated it with their live performance to give them just a powerful energy that they really deliver live, but it's hard to capture on video.
I see. Okay.
So this is kind of a way to capture their crazy power live in a video format.
That's great. Thank you for that good setup. We want to catch the audio and the video on this one. Could we roll Monster Baby? Let's take a look at this. Love the intro. Wow, that is great. I want to go out there and see that band tomorrow just because of this video. Fantastic. Congratulations to you. Now, Ted, how many so you're shooting the band, just playing the song live. Was that a 2-camera, 3-camera shoot?
No, it was me out there with just a little camcorder screwing around.
That's all it was?
Yeah, and what I did was I knew that I was going to intercut a lot of B-roll, as it were.
Sure.
And so I just got, kind of the gist of the song. And then I shot the rest of their set using like slow shutter speed. That's kind of blurry, crazy action that you can cut in anywhere and make it look like it's synced to the music. So it's a low budget, technique.
But you can see with bands, this is why I want you to learn this. You can get the core down, but again, it's all about post-production, working with the producer, having the right B-roll to put that together.
We could have went out there with a crew and multi-cameras and all that, spent a whole lot of money.
Sure.
But I found that you really don't have to. It's a lot about the post.
Okay. Obviously. I mean, obviously with this, you really like eyes, Ted Zbozien. There's a lot of eyes in the pieces that you do because the eyes are the windows to the soul. So expressive. I think that's fantastic. Well, let's say that a band wants to do anything with green screen or a blue screen work. You've obviously done a lot of that type of thing. Is there any hardship, anything they have to be aware of doing green screen or blue screen? There's nothing that they have to do any different from a talent aspect.
No, not really. It's really all technical. It's all about lighting it properly, really.
Okay. So bands, if you really want to have a great fantasy video, you can get off easy by going in front of the green screen, getting your part done, and then really buying a few cold beers for the producer because post it's very important.
You have to plan it out well so that when you shoot it, you know what you're looking for in post production. But that's a great way to get a lot out of your budget. Just shoot in front of green screen and then sky's the limit after that.
Absolutely, fantastic stuff. When you're shooting this for a client, do you keep all the master footage and sort of everything on file? So if a client comes back to you, Ted, and says, hey, we want to a year later, we want to take that same basic video, but we want to edit out a couple of these things and add some more. You basically have it there.
Do it all the time.
See, that the relationship is so important.
Nowadays, you can just put it on a hard drive and store it away. So I have a stack of stored hard drives with material, and then a band will come back in 2 years and say, hey, we want to do another video, and I'll pull out that hard drive. Because like in this video, I used shots that I had originally shot for their first video.
Okay.
But I really needed them, and they came in really handy for this new video.
Now I'm going to ask you and put you a little bit on the hot seat here in Band-Aid. That last video that we saw, if a band were budgeting for something like that, ballpark, what does something like that run?
Ballpark. Well, I gave, my prices are all over the map. It depends on who the client is. If I get a nice corporate client with a lot of money, I'll charge them standard rates.
Sure, of course.
These guys, local band, they live in Collinwood where I live, and they're nice guys, and so I gave them a good deal on this. I would say a video like that, if I were really budgeting the time, I spent so many hours in post-production.
I imagine it shows it.
I'd have to start at least $5,000 or so.
Okay. That just gives us some kind of an idea for bands to really do something at that quality level.
But like I say, I really hammered the hell out of that one. You can do it a lot cheaper than that.
Okay. Well, we also too want to do there's a promotional video. We want to get into the DVD player called Cats on Holiday Live. And we're going to end up with that video. So if our production team can get Cats on Holiday Live put together, we'd like to show that to you as an example of a really effective promo video.
Yeah, this is a little different. It's not quite a trailer. It's more of a promo, is what I call it. It's a little longer form. It's actually, just slightly longer than the music video.
Okay.
And what the goal was in this was to show the range of the band.
I see.
And to show them as a good live party band.
I see. Okay.
They really wanted to sell themselves as like a good festival band, a good fun time, a lot of fun. So I incorporated in this one a lot of crowd dancing.
So this isn't really like a music video. It's promo. It's pure sales video.
Pure sales, and these guys have told me that they've got great response from this one. They send it to a potential client or a venue or a club or whatever, and immediately get hired.
See, and that's the bottom line to it as a business. Every band, if you can get a video like the one we're about to see done, strictly as a sales tool, it can be very, very effective. Let's roll Cats on Holiday Live and turn the audio up and let's take a look at this.
though it's quite mundane, know we have each other and I love this day. You know 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 I love this day.
Congratulations to you on that. You know, if I had seen that video, I would hire that band, Cats on Holidays, a great Cleveland party band with a great reputation. But I understand clearly now what the goal was in this production, and it shows them exactly as you said, as a party band.
Right.
And you know, it doesn't have to be as long as this. Half of this time, 2 minutes really, could get the point across as a sales tool band. So please consider that. You know, there's video trailers to tease them to get to your sites and get to your gigs. That's one thing. There's music videos to show your artistry and showcase the song. And then there's a third type, that promo video that can get you gigs. So that's great stuff. Boy, that is, the editing in that is wonderful. It's not too flashy, but there's enough live energy in that.
Yeah, it's all about the band. You know, you can't get carried away with trying to be, you know,
it's not meant to be a big
an
production.
artist. And
Right.
I don't want to show off my editing.
Right.
I want to show off the band.
Right,
you know.
right. Well, that's important as a producer too, because you understand the product and how to best do the product. You've done so many types of products in your career that you know how to do them best. So that is great. Well, are there any future projects you're working on, or career growth or expansion plans to the video psychotherapist Ted Zbozien?
Well, I'm working on this feature that we saw the trailer for, and I'm actually working on maybe going to Norway to work on a documentary about a performance artist.
Okay, good.
And I really like documentaries a lot. I'd really like to get into more of that. But also, I do like knocking out these low-budget rock videos.
Aren't they cool?
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like the working with the people and that. It's great fun. So hope we continue on.
And those trailers and things that are really good. Well, you certainly. I look forward to working with you because I think you're one of the best that I've ever come across. And it's so diverse and so exciting. And your years of experience, really show. And that makes all the difference in the world. I wish you a lot of luck.
All right,
Thank you for the education that you've given us. I'd like to say many thanks to Ted Zbozien of Video Psychotherapy for setting our creative minds ablaze with video options. When it comes to big projects, just always budget for pros and you'll always get the results that you envision. So thank you for being here. That is really cool stuff. Hey, I also got to tell you, too, of course, at MorningShowCentral.com, we do cool stuff all week long. We have all kinds of fun shows here and have a great time at this station. Programming throughout the week. They do a couple of interesting new shows that I really like on Thursday nights on this very station, Ted. They do a show from 7 to 8 p.m. called One Life to Play. One Life to Play, it's a video game show. And, of course, it's a fast-paced show. You'll hear news, views, and reviews about gaming mixed with occasional interviews from some of electronic entertainment's premier journalists, developers and publishers. You got to tune in to see some of the live demos, tournaments, and they even have the frag of the week. So it's One Life to Play here on MorningShowCentral.com. It's Thursdays at 7 p.m. And of course, for guys like you, there's a great show here on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and it's called The Real Show, R-E-E-L Show. The Real Show is the source for learning about the growing film community right here in Northeastern Ohio and getting the inside scoop on all these incredible projects going on, the indie projects, the major projects that are coming in now, thanks to the Film Commission. So The Real Show really gathers that information, gets right inside there, and gives you the scoop. So The Real Show, Saturdays at 2 o'clock here on MorningShowCentral.com. And of course, if you've got a great idea for a show, well, we've got room for you. We'd love to give you a tour through the studio, let you come down and tell us about your ideas, because we're really interested in new creative shows. And all you have to do is contact Chris at MorningShowCentral.com. That's Chris at MorningShowCentral.com. He'll give you a private tour of our elaborate studios, and he'll also love to hear your idea. Hey, and by the way, we're talking about green screen earlier. If you really want to make the tour into downtown Cleveland and see something spectacular, if you're interested in touring the largest free market green screen studio production studio in the state of Ohio, then you got to contact Creative House Studios. It's CreativeHouseStudios.com. You got to ask to schedule a tour to see this incredible facility. You will be blown away by the size of this thing. It's an amazing full production facility. It has just endless green screen possibilities because of its immense size, and how ideal is that for your very next project? And it's all done at reasonable rates. That's what's so cool about this. So you can be creative. If you call the owner, Peter, Peter is available at 216-225-6592. That's 216-225-6592. Or you can just email him, peter@creativehousestudios.com. He'd love to talk to you with an appointment. If you're lucky enough to get a talent like Ted Zbozien on board, boy, you've got the best of all worlds. So, after this short break, you're going to meet a highly talented and diverse band who are the epitome of perseverance and dedication. These guys don't quit. The band Sobeit will be live next to the recovery room right here on Band-Aid with Doc Rock and MorningShowCentral.com. Woo! We need to take a break. I'm going to see you in the recovery room with Sobeit. Stay with me.
Unsigned bands.
You are jam-packed.
Hey, unsigned bands. Want your music heard? Yeah! Shoot us an email with the name of the band and the MP3 of the song. Send it to show@morningshowcentral.com. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. Internet radio will never be the same again.
This is quite unorthodox.
We're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
Friends
From the Cocaine Energy Supplement Studio, you're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Welcome back to Band-Aid with Doc Rock. I'm Doc Rock here at Proctologist. You know what? We call this the recovery room for a reason. For guys like this. Oh! They made it in tonight. The wildest guys in rock and roll are here for the band So Be It. Welcome to Band-Aid. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing great.
Good, good. Now, fans, you know, unless you're a So Be It fan, you're really going to go to school tonight about what rock and roll creativity is all about. But who are you guys?
Well, I'm
Your
Eddie.
name?
I'm the lead singer and guitarist of the band.
Okay.
My name is Ryan. I play drums. Bingo, bango, bongo.
Okay. All right, he's got that down. Now, we just heard a little bit of So Be It music. What do we hear? It's on the break.
The first song that was played is called Gold Digger.
Okay, Gold Digger.
The
All right.
second one was called Memories. It was a more acoustic song.
Okay. And the two go, you could put the two together, you know, Gold Digger Memories. I mean, it would really work. Okay.
It really would.
Now, you were telling me there's some raw tracks. You're in the studio right now doing stuff. So you're just, boy, fans, you're hearing some So Be It that most people will never normally hear because it's fresh out of the
Very true.
studio and it's not even complete yet. And it was still good.
It's not complete yet. Nope. We're still, we're going to go back into the studio and touch up on some things, add some more stuff. We're going to actually record, you know, a lot more songs. Those were just 2, and we're going to have probably 14 total with the album when it's completely
Really?
finished.
14
I think
tracks
so,
on the
something
album?
like that, yeah.
Have you come up with a name for the album yet? Can you share it with us? Now, I know some of the stuff's secret before it's released. I'll never tell anybody.
No, we've thought about it, tossed around some ideas, just, you know, on the fly, like, hey, let's just use a song off the album and just use it like a title track.
Okay.
But we haven't actually come up with anything yet.
Okay.
So we're thinking. We're still. If you have any ideas, please share them. You know,
you're
we're
very good
open.
fans. Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
Shoot us an email.
Okay.
You know, you can email us at sobeitband@hotmail.com or find us on Facebook. Just Facebook So Be It Home and let us know what you think. You know, we're open to anything.
Thank you for getting the fans involved. Fans, get active with us. You know, it's really important because this is a really fun band. And what's really cool about, like I said earlier, we're in this rock together so we can all work creatively toward these projects. Okay, everybody always wants to know, how did you pick the name for this band? I know you get asked that at all your tour stops. Everybody's always got to ask you that, but how did you find that?
So Be It. Well, let's see. I was just little, and we bowled a lot growing up. We were always at the bowling alley. We pretty much grew up at the bowling alley.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, and my parents were bowling that night, and I was drawing a picture, and it was a picture of a guitar, and I drew it in like the shape of a skull and crossbones thing. And I was thinking of just stupid names, and I looked up at the sticker on this wall, and it said Sobe. You know, like the iced teas or energy or whatever they are. And I said Sobe, and then I just put it on the end of it. So Be It. And I was like, awesome.
It
Boom.
works.
Wrote it down.
Call the attorney, trademark it tomorrow.
Yeah. But at the time, you know, a band wasn't even a thought in my mind. And it was a few years later before I actually started the band.
So this is really before the band?
Yes.
Really?
Way
Oh,
before.
wow. Okay. That's pretty incredible. Well, you guys, you know, you've been around together, what did I read, since 2005? I think that was when the band officially was formed as So Be It. So you're like all, what, teen buds at that time, weren't you?
We were youngins.
Okay, hanging out at the bowling alley. Now, you know, a lot of towns don't have bowling alleys, so are you from a smaller town?
We actually graduated from Crestwood High School out of Manaway, Ohio, which is a town of 1 square mile.
Really?
Yes.
I think that's small enough.
A lot of cows and corn.
Okay. You know, is being from a small town like that, you know, does it have kind of its social frustrations which fuel some of your music? Now, look, guys, Crestview does not have gold diggers. Do they?
No.
Okay, now you got the answer right now. So, you know, but big small town and all that, you know, small town, do you find that it gives you, you know, a little more focus on your music so you're not in the hub of all this flurry and back and forth?
See, Ed does a lot of the songwriting.
Okay.
You know, I don't know where he gets his ideas. But they just kind of
think of stuff.
But, you know, I tend to toss around some things in my head sometimes, and I'll call Ed and say, hey, this is a cool line. You should use it. But I've never actually really, you know, placed it with a town or anything like that. You know?
Okay. So you've never got the cows to do backup harmonies or anything?
No.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
No, but that's a good idea.
Oh, great. Okay, you've heard it first here on Band-Aid with Doc Rock. That's why we call it the recovery room. But talking about small town markets, before we move along, I always tell bands they fight over big city club gigs. They want larger venue, gigs in big cities, and everybody's fighting over it. And and a lot of bands are being rejected and can't get it. And I go, wait a second. There's a lot more loyal markets in the B and C smaller markets. You get people who don't have as many entertainment options on a weekend, and so they say, we're going out to catch a really good band, and the word spreads quickly. I have found, and I'm just wondering if you found the same thing, that you find more loyalty from fans in smaller town areas.
I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, you'd want to play like in your local area to get your local fans going and your friends.
Sure, it's your core, of course, of course.
Just to add on to that, when we started the band, we were doing whatever we could just to get out there. We'd play out in Akron, we'd play in Cleveland, we'd play in Kent, and then when we started to get serious about it, we said, okay, let's focus and let's just play locally, try and build a good, solid local fan base. And from there, you can slowly branch out.
Sure.
But, you can't just expect to play at home one night and then go out downtown Cleveland and pack a place. It's just not going to happen. No one's going to know you. But we recently, it was probably 2 months ago, we played a hometown show and we advertised that to no end, and it was packed. It was absolutely packed. Just a small hometown show right there in Manaway. And if I had to guess, there was a couple hundred people in and out all night.
And most bands can't do that in major markets. This is the core of the point, and I really praise what you're doing in a good way, because you're working one gig at a time, but you're working it really well, and you're bringing in the numbers in those gigs. Obviously, you're great entertainers. Obviously, everybody knows the reputation of Sobeit, and they love the show, and they're going to come back, which build the numbers beyond that. And when you take that to other neighboring small town markets, people talk. Obviously, the world's connected. So it helps you to build that. And quite frankly, sometimes you don't need the House of Blues any of these particular places that you do better in smaller
Although
markets.
the House of Blues would be nice.
Well, of course, of course. But still, in time, you're not going to live or die by it.
Right.
Do you find in merch sales? So do you sell more merch at some of those smaller gigs that have those great
Actually, we get a lot of people who are like, hey, can you give me a shirt? I
didn't know Sobeit is a charity.
I can't give you a shirt, but you can purchase one.
Okay, well, now you've got a label, Deadhead Records.
There you go.
But you're unsigned. So does that mean Deadhead Records is your own label?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. A little hesitancy, but is it your own label then, right?
Yes.
For the most part? Okay.
Yes.
I think it's great.
We use it to, really help strengthen, the core base of advertising our band. Like, this is the real deal. We're not just something that's just out to have fun and be amateur about it. I mean, we're going to have fun, don't get me wrong, but we're very professional about it at the same time.
Sure. Sure. Well, one of the things that I think is so amazing about your band is that your band has the option of providing your own professional audio at gigs. You've got an incredible support staff and concert team that's just out there.
Definitely.
And at some of those gigs, when bands are saying, hey, it's outdoor festivals and things, and they're saying, well, we really, what's the audio? We really can't afford audio. And so be it move in and say, hey, we've got the audio for you. Does that help you to get more gigs because you have that potential?
Oh, very, very, very much. We have the opportunity to go to fairs and festivals and different places and say, hey, we'd like to play your festival, and we have our own full, complete PA, and light show included. It still needs some work, but it's getting there.
Okay.
But we have all that stuff, so we can go do that. And a lot of bands don't have that.
Few do. Very few do. I think it's a little labor intensive, but again, your fees are marked up accordingly, and if it gets you into the gigs, I think it's smart business. So, more power to you, so to speak. So, good stuff. Okay, now look, you claim that your style is an alternative pop punk. I'm curious, what is punk to you guys?
Oh boy.
Yeah, boy, loaded question. Come on, it's a recovery room for a reason. Pass that microphone.
I try to change every song of ours is a different style. I mean, I don't know if we play much of punk anymore. I don't know, like I kind of play like, you know, rock and rolls and like alternative. I mean, I don't really. Blues. Yeah, I feel like a lot of blues in my songs. Like the way I sing, like I like singing like bluesy kind of tone, feel to it.
Okay.
You know, and the same thing you'll notice like with covers, and we've been commented on at shows many times, like, oh, we really appreciate the wide variety. You can hear us play a Zac Brown song, and then right after that we're gonna go play Blink 182, or we'll play maybe a Godsmack song.
So you get some good covers in there, obviously, with it blended with your material. I mean, and that's what makes the show performance, a comprehensive entertainment experience.
And all our original music is the same way, like Ed said. We'll have something that sounds, you listen to that and it's like a 3 Days Grace kind of style, but then you listen to something else and it's very bluesy, but it's got a lot of rock to it as well. And I really love everything that's coming out, because Ed, he does most of the writing and he'll bring it in and then we'll just work on it together. But I really love the things he's doing. I mean.
Well, I agree with the writing and all that, and I think it's kind of neat because you're not, to me as I went through it, you're definitely alternative. But I think, you're an alternative blend. You blend so many really cool styles and represent so many cool styles. You're not really a punk band. You're great guys, first of all. You're nice guys, and you're very show business oriented, obviously, with it. And I think it's doing something a little different than punk. But what would you say Sobeit does so uniquely? What do you think that really makes your band unique? I'm curious. Now we have the obvious.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we wear.
Oh boy. Yep.
Cut off jeans, short shorts, and okay.
Have fun with it.
We do. We look ridiculous, but it's okay.
There are no rules.
Completely comfortable with it. And, no.
Just like this all the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing we've recently started to work on and push a lot is all our shows have a theme to them.
Okay.
So obviously we have a show this Sunday on the 15th for the Cleveland Rite Aid Marathon. And being a marathon, we're dressed up in our running gear.
Sure.
So if you want to come to the show this Sunday, we're playing 8:45 to 11 or something like that.
Okay.
And you can come check that out, but make sure you're wearing your running gear because it's a marathon.
Okay.
And then we have another show. It's going to be a hometown show. Well, not really a hometown show, but pretty darn close to home. We'll be playing Garrettsville at Slim and Jumbo's. And that show, the theme for that is going to be like an 80s night.
Ah, okay.
So we'll
I was thinking you were going to say Smucker's Jelly. And I was waiting to see how are they going to... These guys creamed themselves in jelly.
I mean, but there's all kinds of things you can do. Like I was tossing around, like let's do like a neon kind of night. Like wear the brightest clothes you have, and glow sticks, and then we'll get some black lights going.
And what you're saying is so important because you respect and you maintain the entertainment value out of this. You're having a heck of a lot of fun, obviously. Okay.
I love it.
And you're not all caught up in the imagery and everything, and it shows. You communicate so well. The fact that it's it's pop art and it's fun, which is what rock was intended to be. No matter if it's alternative, punk, whatever, metal, it doesn't matter. It was meant to be fun. It's meant to be in essence alternative, as an alternative culture. But creating gigs, part of the reason why you're getting so many people coming into your gigs because you create a happening. And a lot of bands don't create a happening. A lot of bands go in there, race through the set, hope to sell some merch, jump back in the van, bag a few chicks on the way, and out the door they go, okay? I mean, honestly, and that's their exciting night. And you're missing the mark, bands, if you aren't creating a happening, because people are looking for a reason to get out and to theme themselves up.
Right.
So, guys like you, I think you're doing an absolutely incredible thing, and I think it will do nothing but grow. And the diversity of it, I think, is rich. It's really fun. A concert for the cows would still be a good idea. I think. Find all the old Gateway stuff. Out the Gateway boxes.
They wouldn't complain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Probably not. Probably not. White Russians would be the drink of the night. So you never know. Have you seen your musical style change? Are you musically maturing because so many bands always say, well, Green Day's my big influence, okay? And then they grow out of it. Have you found that in yourselves?
Actually, I've found myself starting to listen to more and more of so much different varieties. I'll sit there and I'll listen to country this day, and then tomorrow I'm going to be listening to, I'll be listening to like R&B, and I love Usher.
Yeah,
and
great.
then I'll be listening to Nickelback the next day, and then it's just I'm constantly listening to everything.
Do you find that though you're listening to it? Do you find that to be kind of an inspiration? And what about you with all of your writing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, any kind of music I listen to, like I just pick up like a, like a riff that I like, and I kind of like use it. I don't like rip it off. I just kind of like get that feel of the song. I mean, I definitely have blues. I mean, I grew up listening to like Keb Mo and stuff, and I like Sheryl Crow. Big fan of Sheryl Crow.
Oh, yeah?
Totally
Okay.
could cover. It'd be sweet.
Okay, cool. All right, now you got to help myself and all the viewers with this big inside So Be It question. Help me. I've tried to figure this out. What is the inspiration behind the song Rochambeau? Okay, I am lost. I've listened to that so many times. Great tune, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, these small town guys, what is Rochambeau all about?
Rochambeau is actually that was written a long time ago with the original band that I had originally formed in like 8th grade, between my 8th grade and freshman year.
Okay.
It was me, a buddy of mine, Nick Mills, and there was half a dozen bass players that came in and out. And and that's another thing. Like each individual player that ever came through, I mean, I thank them. You know, even if things kind of went sour, I don't care. I thank them for everything because I learned a lot from everybody.
Sure.
But that song, I really don't know much about it at all. I couldn't answer that question. That's something Nick wrote, and Nick just wrote whatever came to his head.
Okay.
So
I guess I'm one of those who was always trying to to kind of read into songs and the inspirations behind them, and that one just eluded me. So Gold Digger's a little obvious, of course. So.
I like Gold Digger. That's it.
Well, I'm sure you probably do.
It's a well put together song.
If you guys weren't doing music, what else would you be doing as a career? Yeah, I thought I'd catch you on that question because you're so good at music. But
I'm gonna think about that.
If that career stopped tomorrow, what would you be doing?
I would be laying brick. I would be a brickie. That's what I'd be doing.
You'd be a brickie.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to school for it when I was in high school. I attended 2 years at a
masonry
trade school. Yeah,
Okay.
It was like a career school. Did many careers, and I just chose that class, and I did it for 2 years.
Okay.
Like my junior and senior year. So I actually left my high school, and I lost all those friends and made new friends at another school. So, but it's pretty cool.
Okay, so being a bricklayer is kind of like being in a band, though. You're putting it in one step at a time and fitting them together. To build that career. Cool. What about you? Come on.
All right.
Do you want fries with that?
Oh, please. No, I could never work fast food. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
On a serious note, I always thought it'd be nice to be an EMT or a paramedic.
Okay.
I always thought that'd be a fun career. But on a serious and funny note, I wouldn't be, I'd probably join the circus.
Okay.
I could do that.
I can imagine. Oh, jeez, I can imagine. Now, look, David Lee Roth of Van Halen was an EMT. And he after his career, he gave it a try, and it's kind of an interesting twist, to have him do that. So. You never know, but I think stay with So Be It because you're on a hot roll. But it's always interesting to see because if a career parallels, your entertainment vision and all. Now, are you having any fun, guys?
Oh, tons of fun.
Are you really?
Oh yes.
Okay, good. With if this band's going to go on tour, and start on a major tour, who's the wildest guy in the band that we have to watch though?
Oh, I don't know.
I would vote Ryan. Ryan gets crazy with the drums. He hits himself all the time with a stick.
Does he really?
Here, put it this way: if my nose doesn't hit my snare drum during a show, or if my stick doesn't hit my knee or my head, I'm not playing my drums.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad everybody else on the stage just got spread away from the drums, and I'm glad their Blue Cross is paid up, to be on stage with you, Ryan. That's incredible. The with advice to younger bands, so let's talk about a teen band right now.
Okay.
That looks at you guys and would really like to be like So Be It. Okay. Like to have your freedom, your ability to entertain. I mean, you're just your whole minutia, if you will. What advice would you give a young band right now? Think back in your past.
Well, actually, this is a real easy question to answer. One thing that every band does, and even we did it back in the day. What happens is, you're growing up, you're young, and you're like, Green Day is my favorite band. And you start a band, and that's all you play is stuff that sounds just like Green Day. Do not do it. You got to be diverse. And more importantly, you got to just play what comes out. You can't say, we're going to be a punk rock band and play punk rock. You just got to sit down and just whatever comes out is what happens. I mean, that's what happened with me and Ed. He came over, he showed me some stuff, and I just started playing on it, and I loved it. You know, and then you got to be diverse. You can't just stick to one thing, you know, just because that's what you like.
Sure.
You got to play whatever comes out, what's natural.
Great advice. Well, you are who you are as an entertainer. I mean,
exactly.
it's the inside of you that's got to, project. And
you can't be somebody else.
It is, and it's difficult when you're young because you're not quite sure who you are. So you're not mature enough to project it. Okay, so you're subject to following heroes and different influences.
And never give up. It can be super frustrating at times. You can. There's times we'll be on a song. You'll play it so many times, it's like, scrap it. I don't even want to play it anymore. I'm sick of it. We're done. You just can't give up. Because the end product, that could be your big hit.
Sure. Well, you're absolutely right. With So Be It today, what do you consider to be some of your largest obstacles?
Ooh, Actually, probably the biggest problem, with the way the economy is, people are broke. A lot of people don't have the money to go out.
Sure.
So the hardest part is getting people to come to the shows. So, again, we do a lot of free shows, which is really cool, especially for the people. And then we can, make some money in merch or things like that. But, that's probably the hardest thing right now. Is just trying to get people to come to the shows, just because of the way things are.
Well, yeah, it is. And it's easy for people to stay indoors, stay on the net, play, Guitar Hero and video games and whittle their life away in nothingness. So one thing we've tried to do is, like what we do is we try and put on a show. We give them something. So, hey, we got to come see this, Right. Cool. No, I think that's incredibly important. By the way, there's so many fans in the chat room today. There's a few questions that have arisen for you. Fans in the chat room want to know when you are going to Florida. They are waiting for you in Florida.
Boy. Oh, well,
Florida,
what?
We're going to try to get them
Before I answer this question, I got to give a shout out to our biggest So Be It Florida fan, and she's always right there, and she'd love to come up and see us one day, and we'd love to come down there and play for her. But I would love to give a shout out to Tracy. We really appreciate everything you do for us. When we're going to be in Florida, I have no clue.
Which part of Florida is Tracy in? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay. Tracy,
got to
answering now.
Well, yeah, Tracy, got to connect with the band, because if you want this great party band in your town, you got to make it happen. You got to partner with them a little bit, okay? And and build and work in the community. It's a lot of fun. That is the coolest thing you can do as fans, because when you really get involved with a band, you can help control their growth and their destiny by being proactive. You know the best places to play in town. You know how to promote it in your town, and they'd be glad to get to your town if they know you're going to do the right job and pack them in. Florida's not a bad place to be.
No, I went to Florida for. Actually, I was in marching band, and we went to Florida, played at Disney World or Land or whatever it was. But, I got the perfect idea. On spring break, we'll go to Florida for the week.
There you go.
We'll play a show.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Be great.
Nothing wrong with it at all. I think.
Strut up and down the beach in our short shorts.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Okay, we'll be checking IDs on the beach, please. That would be great. Another question came in. Who would you really like to tour with? If you had your choice of anybody to tour with.
Anybody? Oh,
man. Who would it be? And don't say Green Day.
No.
And don't say Paramore, because you want to be in the same
Paramore.
dressing room. Come on.
If I could go on tour with anybody right now, hands down, I would say between Nickelback and Dave Matthews Band.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I really like Angels and Airwaves. I'd probably have to go with Angels and Airwaves.
Well, don't underestimate it. It can happen. It definitely can happen. And so playing a lot of these benefit gigs that you do, and I really have to hold you in the highest esteem, because, So Be It gives more than it takes. You guys have done all kinds of benefits for good causes, medical causes, social causes. And I've gone to your website and have seen these things. And thank you on behalf of humanity for doing that. That really,
welcome.
Your talent is meant to be shared. And you are really doing a great job with that. And you'll see those residuals when you play benefits. The people who are at those benefits are usually people who would never normally be at a club gig. And that's when you find your potential sponsors and you find people who can advance your career. So bands, it's smart business to give of yourself. So, thank you for giving of yourselves. I think it's really cool. I think when the White House throws a benefit, would you get there, please?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Okay, I'm sure. It'd be great. Well, any other hot news coming up? Any other tips? We know about the album coming down. It's going to drop, about future gigs. CEO, of course, you talked about the marathon.
Right. Here's it. we have those few shows coming up. We're playing this Sunday. Where is that? That's on actually right across the street from Playhouse Square.
Okay, across.
So if you know where Playhouse Square is, that's where we're gonna be.
Okay.
So we'll be there.
And that's this Sunday.
That's this Sunday,
Okay.
Sunday morning. So if you want to, and I strongly advise come early so you can find a place to park because you're probably going to end up walking because they shut down a lot of the streets in the city for this marathon.
Huge crowd. You're going to have a great audience who's going to respond.
Oh, there's over 19,000 runners, and every one of them is going to run right past us. So we're really excited about that.
It's going to be an awesome crowd.
Really? Hey, by the way, Ryan, with all of this, speaking of awesome, some of your fans are out here, and Dawn is just going crazy about you tonight. Dawn wants to ask you, Ryan, who's your inspiration as a drummer? Who really greatly inspired you as your drum hero?
When I first started drumming, it was Travis Barker. Punk rock drummer, played fast. Everybody wanted to be Travis Barker.
Okay.
But as I got into my drumming a little more seriously, I'd have to say it was people like
Okay.
No, the guy from Dave Matthews Band, Carter. No, not Carter Buford. Is it Carter Buford? It is. It's Carter Buford from Dave Matthews Band. He's he's probably one of the best and tightest, cleanest pop drummers I've ever watched play. And then as a show performance standpoint, I'd have to say Daniel Adair.
Okay, sure. That's a great one.
He's a very, very well put together performer.
Okay, so now you know, Dawn. Okay, now you know. So you can sleep tonight knowing who his great influences are. And he's going to have many more as he matures and tries all kinds of new crazy things.
And of course, Animal from the Muppets. Of course.
Sure. But Dawn, just don't stand near him when they're playing live. You take your life in your hands. So, well, listen, I wish you a lot of luck. You are great dudes. I think it's terrific. You're gonna break a sweat this Sunday, of course, at the marathon. Yes. The crowd is gonna break a sweat by watching you because all the Sobeit energy is gonna be all over the place. So it's gonna be gonzo, and I'm I'm excited for you guys. And thanks for creating all the spirit and for giving so much stuff. So I think that's really cool. But wish you a lot of luck. The band Sobeit in the recovery room tonight on Band-Aid. We'll be looking forward to catching up to you soon. I'm going to be in one of those mosh pits. I would not run. When I go to the marathon, I take a cab. But still, I wish you a lot of luck. So cool stuff. And of course, I'd like to say tonight, thanks to the Band-Aid production team. I couldn't do without all of those folks tonight. The wizards who aren't even here tonight. They're out there floating around somewhere who are supposed to be here. And then Social Racket, of course, they're out there doing it on the web for us. Jared Holly and the Invasion Agency, one cool dude who knows his bands, and I appreciate his help. And of course, the Flying V, that's the big guy running around in panic all over the studio trying to make all this stuff happen. Thanks to him. And of course, especially to you for logging on to this podcast because you are a part of this team. Hey, next week on Tuesday, May 17th, we're going to get natural and beautiful because the president of 7 Cosmetics, Shalira Taylor, is going to explain the best ways to use makeup, don't get any ideas, and to enhance your natural features on screen and stage. It's really important. Everybody in the performing arts, maybe you guys can. Everybody in the performing arts needs to know about proper makeup. So we're going to talk about that next week. Also in the recovery room right here on the 17th, we're going to meet literally a one-man band. This incredible artist does it all. He writes it all, and he lays down every track himself, plays all the instruments. Talk about talent and easy to get along with your bandmates when it's only you? Sure. Okay, mega artist Chris Hatton. Chris Hatton's going to be right here in the recovery room next week. That's going to be cool. And we're also going to be injecting the careers of 2 national rising stars on the 17th. The popular careers of the band Tiny Animals. Tiny Animals, okay? They may get smashed, I don't know, but Tiny Animals are going to be here along with Chase Coy. We're going to be talking about them. They're going to go down in BAMs that night in the injections here on Band-Aid. You don't want to miss that. Hey, I want to tell you, slow down and surround your career with pros and let them interpret who you are and how you are perceived in reality. Their vision and depiction should be welcome because sometimes we all need talented indie minds to help steer our busy and often skewed visions. Sometimes you just need to yell, "So be it," and it will rock your world. I'll see you at the top. Namaste.